Coming soon, the same excellent Blue Select service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
At Great Vision Designs, we value our customers and provide cutting-edge customer service. Great Vision Designs specializes in television broadcasting and live streaming of funerals, sports events, weddings, meetings, shows, and more. Call us today at 722-6542 or 726-9914 or follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Great Vision Designs, coverage you can count on.
Coming soon, the same excellent Blue Select service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
At Great Vision Designs, we value our customers and provide cutting-edge customer service. Great Vision Designs specializes in television broadcasting and live streaming of funerals, sports events, weddings, meetings, shows, and more. Call us today at 722-6542 or 726-9914 or follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Great Vision Designs, coverage you can count on.
Coming soon, the same excellent Blue Select service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
At Great Vision Designs, we value our customers and provide cutting-edge customer service. Great Vision Designs specializes in television broadcasting and live streaming of funerals, sports events, weddings, meetings, shows, and more. Call us today at 722-6542 or 726-9914 or follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Great Vision Designs, coverage you can count on.
Coming soon, the same excellent Blue Select service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Welcome to the Gvd Nightly News for Wednesday, January 31st. We do apologize for that break-in continuity. My name is Shannon Bond. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's catch up. Our top story tonight: the government of St. Lucia is being called upon to show leadership in the face of mounting crime on the island. This amidst first concerns that travel advisories may be imposed on the island. In addressing the current situation, a former government minister labeled the government's approach as woefully inadequate. Dominic Fede says the current crime problem necessitates decisive and firm leadership. However, he argues the government's hands are tied. Tammy Frederick begins our reporting.
Opposition spokesman on tourism, Senator Dominic Fede says while the government should be concerned about the possibility of travel advisories being imposed on the island due to high crime levels, its primary focus should be on citizen safety. The United States has warned its citizens of crime concerns upon issuing a travel advisory for the Bahamas last Friday. With homicide rates almost in double figures, Fede warns a similar advisory for St. Lucia can be disastrous.
First and foremost, we should fix the crime situation for our residents, people who are living here, regardless of their walk of life. And I think that this is where our focus needs to be. Once we manage our country from the standpoint that St. Lucia is a safe place to live, then I think you can say it can be an amazing place for people to visit. But it must first be a safe place for us to live, for people that are living here, because these are the people that are most affected by the crime situation that are affecting us. The chances of a tourist being affected has proven to be that very slim. But however, one situation can blow out of control, as we have seen historically. The Bahamas, it's a very sad situation what has happened there, but if we are not careful, the very same thing can happen to St. Lucia. Tourism is a very sensitive business, and crime does not help the brand.
Fede says current crime trends suggest a deterioration in the moral fabric of St. Lucia. The opposition senator says the government is being too soft on crime.
Right now in St. Lucia, it seems as if the tail is wagging the dog. And I think we need to get back to the days when the dog wags the tail. The police, certainly law enforcement should show that we are in control, not you, the criminals. And it appears that the criminals are in control. And, you know, people tend to get that impression. I know that this is a very controversial statement, but at the moment, you know, I've seen videos of people in crowds pointing their fingers in the faces of police officers. This is egregious. This is wrong. And we need to make sure that people understand that the police is there to ensure that law and order is maintained in this country, and you should respect the police. There should be no disrespect. And so I think we got to get that part right to regain the level of respect for the police. And, you know, I think that people in politics can do well to make sure that they support the police more so that the police gains that respect. Now, you know, I think the St. Lucia Labour Party administration, you look at who supported them in the last election, they can't bark because many of the perpetrators of crime are their supporters. And so I'm not saying that all SLP supporters are criminals, but there seems to be a pandering to lawless behavior by the St. Lucia Labour Party administration. And so that's why you've never seen any government official from the cabinet come out and to speak forcefully and to say that we reject that kind of behavior and to say that this is unacceptable because their hands are tied because they need political favors from certain criminal elements of the country.
So far this year, the island has recorded 8 homicides. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
St. Lucia police have charged a 28-year-old man for the murder of Gillian Talion, alias GT. Talion died after being shot on Sunday, January 21st, near his home at Balata. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force commenced investigation into the fatal shooting on Wednesday, January 24th. Officers attached to the Major Crimes Unit arrested Jamal Ricky Williams of Plateau Babano. On Friday, the 26th of January, Williams was charged for the murder of Talion and was taken before the 1st District Court in Castries for bail hearing, but was subsequently remanded to the Bodley Correctional Facility until his next court appearance. At the time of his death, Gillian Talion was 29 years and he was killed a mere 6 days before his birthday. St. Lucia's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister responsible for tourism, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, has announced big plans during this year for the tourism sector, which remains St. Lucia's leading economic earner. Hilaire says developments will see a much-needed increase in available room stock.
Major developments are underway for the tourism industry. According to Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire, some of the developments set to come on stream are the Redwood Beach development, Sabusha and Chozel, and Black Bay development. He says other tourism-related developments will also be implemented over the next few months. The minister further stated that the recent growth in tourist arrival numbers for both cruises and stayovers supports the need to increase current room stock.
There's a huge demand for rooms in St. Lucia. So as we prepare to get more room stock, we will go through a challenging period. But we expect in the next 2 to 3 years to add over about 1,000 new rooms in St. Lucia, which is a desirable state that we want to achieve.
According to Hilaire, St. Lucia cruise tourism sector will also see significant upgrades in the next coming years.
In the next sitting of Parliament, we will be tabling the Tourism Development Bill, which is aimed at transforming the tourism industry, offering more support for St. Lucians getting involved in the tourism industry, and the incentives regime to be expanded beyond just accommodation, but to all sectors of the tourism industry is a major piece of legislation. So certainly looking forward to presenting it in the House.
Hilaire, who is also Deputy Prime Minister, also calls St. Lucians to get involved and participate in the tourism industry. He says government hopes to achieve 2 main goals of getting visitors to spend more money in St. Lucia and more St. Lucians to own a piece of the tourism industry. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
In more news, the government is being taken to task over frequent shortages of sugar and other basic commodities. UWP Deputy Political Leader and former Economic Affairs Minister Guy Joseph says the recent shortages reflect a bigger problem of poor management. He spoke during the opposition's press conference on Tuesday.
Sugar is back on the discussion table. In recent times, consumers here have been forced to find alternatives or do without because of supply shortages. State officials have announced recent shortages are due to external factors including weather patterns and low production levels. But a former Economic Affairs Minister alleges the problem stems from proper management and the government's cash flow. Guy Joseph says the recent shortages of sugar is evidence the current administration is not managing the affairs of the country well.
You have a government that cannot manage the importation of sugar in a country. How many times have we had shortages of sugar? And tell me which other island in the Caribbean or in the OECS have had a shortage of sugar. My information is they can only afford to buy 2 containers of sugar at a time.
Guy Joseph argues that the government is finding money for entertainment ventures and not what matters most to the people.
Some of the canned drinks are so expensive, parents cannot buy it for their children anymore. But they can't even get sugar to squeeze a couple oranges and limes to make a bottle of juice to give their children to go to school. You think the government really cares about that?
The Ministry of Consumer Affairs has promised consumers that it has put measures in place to prevent further shortages of sugar and other commodities. But the former government minister encourages citizens to wait and see. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
Thanks, Makiba. You are watching the live broadcast of the Gvd Nightly News. Uncut and unbiased. Still to come, claims that the government is taking commuters for a bumpy ride, and new noise pollution legislation coming soon.
Coming soon, the same excellent Luselect service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
So, this is goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Welcome back. There's a growing call tonight for the government to fix deplorable conditions of roads around St. Lucia. Drivers, passengers, and pedestrians alike continue to complain and express dissatisfaction over the poor state of many roads, which are filled with potholes. Tammy Frederick reports.
The United Workers' Party has given the government a failing grade for maintenance and upgrade of roads island-wide. Senator Dominic Fede says citizens continue to be inconvenienced by the government's failed road implementation projects. According to Fede, the problem is all around St. Lucia and affects all citizens. He says the government appears uncaring to the impact the bad roads are having on productivity, citizen safety, and the pockets of drivers.
For example, many of you lose a lot of productive time on your way and from work. Many of you make it to work late because of the traffic backup that's caused in many of our main highways because of the failure of the government to complete various projects. The traffic delays rob teachers and students valuable classroom time, thus affecting their ability to meet the academic requirements to pass various important examinations. Truckers, equipment owners, construction workers, they are losing hourly work and business every time these projects are stopped and delayed. The island continues to lose significant economic momentum every time these projects are delayed.
The delayed Millennium Highway Reconstruction Project is one project bringing commuters much discomfort. Fede says efforts by the government to blame the contractor is unacceptable.
The sick on their way to our main hospital at Owen King EU. We're talking about pregnant mothers, people with spinal injuries and heart conditions. We're talking about people in ambulances that are traversing this road that's in a very poor and unacceptable state as they try to go and get their illnesses remedied are inconvenienced by the government's failure to successfully complete the main thoroughfare of the Millennium Highway. The United Workers' Party does not accept the excuse that we can blame contractors, we can blame consultants, and we can blame other people for the obvious failings of those who should be at the apex of decision making and leadership in our country.
The opposition United Workers' Party says the current state of roads have become untenable. Senator Harold Census says the roads are making an already bad economic situation worse.
Our taxi drivers from the north who refuse to take a tour down to Soufrière because of the conditions of the West Coast Road. They rather do a 3-hour tour in the north or do a beach tour in the north rather than coming down to Soufrière. So all of this is impacting economic development in Soufrière and in the country as well.
The opposition speakers have urged the government to fix the deplorable road conditions, which is a basic responsibility. They contend citizens should not have to threaten strike actions before something is done. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
Thanks, Tammy. A Castries man was hospitalized following an attack in the city Tuesday night. Zidan Alvarez was struck in the head with a block, knocking him unconscious. When help arrived, the victim was found bleeding profusely.
On January 30th, at approximately 7:10 p.m., emergency personnel from the fire service headquarters were dispatched to Jeremy Street in Castries in response to a call regarding an individual in distress. The responding personnel discovered the individual in a sitting position with trauma to their head. The male patient, who appeared to be in his mid-30s, was assessed and provided emergency medical care. He was then transported to the OKEU hospital in a potentially unstable condition.
Now, in an earlier broadcast, we did report the incident as a homicide due to information received then from emergency sources. This information was incorrect, and we apologize for any distress caused to the victim and his family. We wish Mr. Alvarez a safe recovery. New noise pollution legislation is expected to go before the Parliament of St. Lucia for debate and approval soon. The proposed new law is expected to restrict the decibels at which music can be played in residential and commercial areas. Concerned residents argue the music being played in some establishments after hours is too loud. Speaking on Monday during the briefing room, Grosley MP Kenson Casimir, whose constituents have complained about the noise pollution, said the new law may be in place sooner than expected.
A new law to govern how loud music is played and at what times is coming soon. The proposed noise pollution legislation will include decibel levels which did not exist before. Decibel levels are used to measure noise. The problem of noise pollution was amplified recently by residents of Rodney Bay. The area served the dual function as home to several restaurants, bars, nightclubs, and private residences. Member of Parliament for Grosley, Kenson Casimir, says government is also giving thought to partnering with entertainment venue operators to address the noise levels from their establishments.
And so at the end of the day, once you get the different decibel levels, that should provide some level of comfort for people to enjoy themselves, while at the end of the day not really infringing on the rights of others to have some level of peace. The fact of the matter is we have different parts of St. Lucia that are dual sort of, it functions as both an entertainment area and residency, and so you will not find a common ground all the time. But we are definitely, as a government, we've worked very hard to ensure that we arrive at a level that should be able to give the police something to work with.
The Grosley MP also disclosed that the Attorney General's chambers has provided a first draft of the legislation. The state recognizes the need to facilitate entertainment while respecting the rights of residents to enjoy the comfort of their homes.
You don't want to go, I'm still relatively young. I don't want to go to a nightclub and it's quiet. You want to feel the music. You want to, at the end of the day, enjoy the vibration with your friends. But we must ensure that it's done in a responsible manner, in a considerate manner for others. And so we are considering some of the alternatives that we can actually give to those bar owners, those restaurant owners, those individuals who have nightclubs, and how we can partner to ensure that some of the edifices that you spoke of and some of the different methods we can use to mitigate against noise getting out is done in a very, very strategic way.
The new noise pollution law is expected to come into place by year end. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
The St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority SLASP has announced upgrades for the Huronora International Airport. The airport authority says the work will enhance travelers' experience while it awaits the new terminal building. The new terminal building forms part of the multi-million-dollar airport redevelopment project started by the last administration. However, not much has been done in the last 3 years. While no costs have been provided for the scheduled works, it is expected to enhance operation efficiency.
SASPA is currently undertaking some infrastructure upgrades to the Huronora International Airport. The aim is to optimize the experience for arriving and departing passenger flows within the terminal. Upgrades will alleviate the existing space constraint, thereby resulting in a more efficient travel experience while SASPA awaits the construction of its new terminal. One of the key deliverables of this initiative is a revamped immigration process. The authority is installing upgraded immigration booths that will significantly augment capacity and efficiency in the arrivals immigration area. This effort also involves the reorientation of queuing to ensure more efficient processing of passengers. Complementing this change will be the introduction of an automated passenger queuing management system. In the customs baggage hall, additional restrooms are being installed for passenger comfort. This development is part of SASPA's commitment to providing a more accommodating environment for travelers against the backdrop of increased passenger flows within the space. Queuing areas for departing passengers are also undergoing expansion at various checkpoints and security screening areas. Additionally, the passport control and departure document processes have been segregated from the public space, addressing security concerns and ensuring a smoother journey through the airport. SASPA says it will continue to provide updates to the public as they become available. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
Thanks, Tammy. Plans for the ICC T20 World Cup St. Lucia matches have been unveiled with a promise that the island is ready to welcome cricketing fans in style. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports held the St. Lucia launch for the T20 World Cup on Wednesday. In addition to the island, 6 other Caribbean territories will host matches: Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Makiba Eiffel found this report.
T20 is one of the exciting formats of cricket, drawing attention from all ages. St. Lucia has been chosen as one of the venues for the ICC Tournament 2024, which will kick off at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in Bossejour in June 2024. President of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association, Wayne Ogie, says stakeholders are excited about the upcoming event. He said St. Lucia is committed to ensuring the scheduled games are successfully hosted here.
We have just embarked on our strategic plan to roll out what we consider to be the pillar and the most important aspect of our cricket, our grassroots program. And as you know, with grassroots, as you know, with T20 cricket, it is the most exciting aspect of the game for the youngsters. It is where we draw in the young ladies, we draw in the young men, and so on and so forth. So I'm looking down in June, and I'm seeing stands filled with 10, 8, 9-year-olds excited to see the heroes, the West Indian players, the Australians, the Indians, the English, whoever, all the teams that will be here, right?
Upgrades are ongoing at the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds in preparation for the upcoming matches. Roofing works and lighting repairs are all expected to be completed before the World Cup bowls off.
And as a government, through the national lotteries, we launched a high-performance center for the development of cricket. And for those of you who do not know, the high-performance center really has zoomed in on the mental aspect of developing cricket, the physical aspect of developing cricket, the social aspect of developing our young cricketers. And so we are very proud of our track record thus far. This government have invested through the national lotteries over $1 million in sporting equipment.
Minister for Youth Development and Sports, Kenson Casimir, says government has allocated significant resources to the hosting of the event in recognition that cricket has the power to reconstruct communities. St. Lucia will play host to 6 games in the opening round of the ICC Cricket World Cup. In addition to the excitement, the tournament will create employment opportunities for skilled workers. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Makiba Aifil reporting.
Thanks, Makiba. Still to come, the National Archives Authority pleads for assistance.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Coming soon, the same excellent Luselect service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
So, this is Goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Ice candy, deliciously healthy.
Thank you for staying with the live broadcast of the Gvd Nightly News. The National Archives Authority is in need of urgent support to help preserve the island's history. Currently housed at VG in Castries, the authority's headquarters is falling apart.
The National Archives Authority of St. Lucia exists to protect, preserve, and provide access to public and private records and archives of national significance, to engage in educational and outreach activities, to promote the use of these records, and to advise government ministries or departments in records management. However, with such an important role, the authority has struggled due to a lack of support. Mr. Patrick Freeman, representative at the National Archive Authority, spoke to Gvd News about the major challenges they are facing at FDG headquarters. He says the current structure is not conducive and requires urgent government intervention.
We have challenges at the National Archives where our roof is compromised and water is leaking through. And you know, water and high relative humidity give rise to the growth of mold.
Mr. Freeman explained that very little has been done to support the National Archives. He says the authority requires help to digitize their records to prevent destruction.
So we need government to come in and to help us develop a conservation lab, take care of any infrastructural problems we may have in order to provide a better and proper conservation of our historical past.
Freeman is optimistic his plea will not fall on deaf ears. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
Citizens are being encouraged to take advantage of opportunities available from Bell Fund, which continues to adjust its programs to suit the most vulnerable. Business support to young and startup entrepreneurs remains a key focus for the government-funded agency after 24 years.
Minister for Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, Honorable Joachim Henry, has shared an update on the loans portfolio of Bell Fund, which offered loans of $20,000 to qualifying citizens. According to Joachim Henry, since its inception, more than 1,500 people have received support from Bell Fund. He also revealed that Bell Fund has made some adjustments.
To date, you can get at least over from $5,000 to $50,000 without having the need of 3 guarantors. You can have at least 1 guarantor based on the amount that you're seeking. And also, if you're prepared to have a salary deduction, you probably would consider not having any guarantors. So Bell Fund has made it a lot easier for you to access microloan. They would do the assessment, they evaluate what you come in to do, of course, and it provides an avenue to tie in with what we are doing. And there are a set of persons who are not able to go to or who will not receive the support from the Ministry of Commerce under the small loan arrangement.
The minister also reported that the Bell Fund continues to support citizens who are trying to develop businesses. The arrangement was established in 2000. In addition to financial support, Bell Fund also provides assistance in business setup and management.
This is good news for persons who are interested in pursuing business, recognizing that we're dealing with the unemployment situation in St. Lucia. And of course, we recognize a growing number of persons are interested in pursuing small business. And I'm extremely happy about this as well.
The James Belgrave Micro Enterprise Development Fund, or Bell Fund, was established in 2000. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
Thanks, Makiba. Noted author and historian John Robert Lee has released his latest collection of poems in a book entitled Icons. It was launched on a Tuesday at the Monsignor Patrick Anthony Folk Research Center as part of activities in celebration of independence.
The cultural and social development of St. Lucia. It led the development of the Creole/Creole orthography and partnered with institutions and individuals who produced the first Creole dictionaries, newspaper, and other publications. During a launching ceremony of Icons, a collection of poems by St. Lucian poet John Robert Lee held on January 30th, Government Minister and guest speaker Honorable Moses Jabatis highlighted some major contributions of the Folk Research Center to the cultural and social life of St. Lucia.
So there is the essence of development, and social scientists who study social capital and all the theories about social capital and talking about cohesion and the glue of the society, what keeps societies together, can be found in the work of the FRC.
John Robert Lee author of Icons, presented one of his poems in the book at the ceremony. Mr. Lee is an accomplished poet, writer, publisher, and journalist.
I thought it was over, the season of lilac carpets along verges, on green lawns, petals of pauier stepping off currents of soft air, settling with tender ease to earth's lanes. But here they are again, in May everywhere, with the morning bassoon of wood doves, and yes, indeed, incredibly to me, ignorant of seasons of flora, I see the fragrant Easter lily blooming from unexpected corners of my without you days. Make room for the accommodation of the dead, you muttered, in a dark saying that seemed to mute memory, to remove yourself to needle-leaved casuarinas of Pigeon Island, out of our too familiar embrace, too smothering adulation, our burrowing eyes searching out your diaries, and the cascading cedar blossoms race the grey heron to surf-chastened ledges of Bacune Point.
Citizens are encouraged to purchase a copy of Icons, now available at local bookstores. From the Gvd News Desk, I am Tammy Frederick reporting.
2024 Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture was held on Tuesday, January 30th. Held annually, the lecture celebrates the intellectual legacy of two Nobel laureates.
This year, Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture was presented by noted environmentalist and former Minister for Sustainable Development, Dr. James Fletcher. Dr. Fletcher spoke on the topic, Navigating the Future. He outlined some of the main policy recommendations of Sir Arthur Lewis as an accomplished economist.
As told by Norman Govan in his paper, Lewis for the 21st Century, at the time of receiving his Nobel Prize, Sir Arthur acknowledged publication of 10 books and about 80 other pieces. The late Dr. Pat Emanuel produced a 3-volume set of the writings of Sir Arthur, which includes 90 items that cover a wide variety of subjects. The good thing about preparing for a lecture on Sir Arthur Lewis is there is a tremendous amount of literature by and on Sir Arthur.
According to Dr. Fletcher, the current environment dictates the need to refocus and retool the education system. He says the next generation must be taught how to deal with change, learn new concepts, and preserve mental balance in unfamiliar situations.
Really what our education system is trying to determine is how well you can do it. Now, this is not the world we're living in. The world we're living in is one where people are sharing, collaborating, working with each other. Is our education system adapting to that? Agility and adaptability, initiative and entrepreneurialism. How I got through that word is amazing. Effective oral and written communication, accessing and analyzing information, and importantly, curiosity and imagination. Our education system must nurture our curiosity. There is something unique about us in the Caribbean. We do not like to encourage curiosity among our young people.
The annual lecture was held this year at the Finance Administrative Center, Point Seraphine. It is part of Independence celebrations. From the GVD News Desk, I am Makiba Eiffel reporting.
St. Lucia is seeking to forge closer partnerships with Ghana in the area of agriculture. Following a recent visit to the South American country, St. Lucia's Minister for Agriculture, the Honorable Alfred Prosper, announced plans to sign a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Ghana to promote cooperation in agriculture diversification. Prosper says St. Lucia can learn a lot from the Ghana model. You're watching the live broadcast of the Gvd Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 115, YouTube and Facebook. More news after the break.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Coming soon, the same excellent Luselect service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
So, this is Goodbye. A professional one. A meticulous one. One with unique options. And total support. With multiple locations, we are focused on your hour of need. And so, this is the final goodbye. Be it traditional, at sea, or cremation, the Crick family will be here to help your family during life's most difficult moments. Crick's Funeral Home, telephone 452-2780 and 459-9212.
Ice candy, deliciously healthy.
Welcome back. News out of the Central Statistics Office indicates that the preliminary report on the 2022 National Population and Housing Census is projected to be completed by June this year. The census report is overdue. The Statistics Department says it is also working with other stakeholders in finalizing the report.
There is light on the horizon for the 2022 National Population and Housing Census, which has entered the data processing and analysis phase, having recently completed the challenging enumeration phase of the census. Director of Statistics at the Central Statistics Office, Sean Mathern, indicated that his office is looking forward to the media launch of the preliminary census report by June 2024.
We anticipate, or we're working towards bringing on board the consultant, international consultant that would assist with the data analysis and processing mid-February. The consultant will be engaged for a duration of 3 months. So bearing that in mind, we're working towards having the preliminary report for the census and the accompanying results sometime around May to June of this year.
Mathern added that preparatory work has commenced with the Ministry of Agriculture to undertake an agricultural and fisheries census during this financial year. He, however, said that a small number of enumerators are still on the ground completing the enterprise census.
We anticipate that this data collection phase for the enterprise census will extend into March, and thereafter we would move to the phase of data analysis and processing for the enterprise census.
The Central Statistics Office will soon launch 2 strategic initiatives that will position the department to better serve the data needs of the public. The first is a national strategy for the development of statistics. This is an action plan for the development of statistics consistent with government's medium-term development strategy.
The other strategic initiative is that we have ongoing is the revision and strengthening of the existing Statistical Act. We have been collaborating with the Attorney General Chambers in that regard to strengthen our existing Statistical Act, and also we will be seeking the services of a consultant to review that act before it's presented to Parliament.
The Director of Statistics, in thanking the public, also appealed for their continued cooperation in the ongoing enterprise census and soon-to-be-launched agricultural and fisheries censuses.
Because this information is invaluable as it relates to the formulation of policies, and as it relates to decision making at the highest, and also at the business level, students who also require this for the SBAs. So it's critical that the public collaborate with our enumerators to ensure that that the data that we're requesting is provided.
Enumerators should present an ID card bearing the logo of the Central Statistics Office and the name of the enumerator. However, he said, if a respondent has any safety concerns about the authenticity of an enumerator, they can contact the office at telephone numbers 468-1577 or 452-4410. For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, Glenn Simon reporting.
Thanks, Glenn. Citizens are being encouraged to join the fight against predial larceny, defined as the theft of agricultural produce. Stolen produce is often retailed to unsuspected buyers who are indirectly supporting a serious crime.
Predial larceny continues to be a major concern for farmers in St. Lucia. Agriculture Minister Honorable Alfred Prosper spoke on this growing issue at a briefing room on January 29, 2024. According to him, the Ministry of Agriculture is working with stakeholders to convict perpetrators and dissuade potential buyers.
Fortunate that you go by the market and you buy a plantain or a hand of banana, but when you go and cook it, it has needles and pins inside. This is not what we expect from our persons, but as I tell you, the agricultural sector, you can invest your time and resources, but you may never be able to reap the benefits at the end of the day because of predial larceny.
The Agriculture Minister says the capacity of the predial larceny unit in the Ministry of Agriculture is limited, given that predial larceny is reported across thousands of acres of farms in this country. He is proposing the establishment of community farming groups to assist in tackling larceny.
Very unfortunate for us, but sometimes we don't understand the pressures that our farmers go through when they invest their time and money into production, but when they are ready for harvest, somebody else would have collected it. And that is why predial larceny is a major factor in the agricultural sector that we need to address.
Prosper says it is very unfortunate that farmers invest so much in their produce and are robbed of their benefits. From the Gvd News.
Thanks, Tammy. The second staging of the Central Library's Literary Festival, also known as LitFest, has been dubbed a huge success. The activity came off at the Central Library last Friday. Chris Satney tells us more.
Imagine that, an island gal on the run from the sun every Sunday.
The Central Library, through its Literary Festival, is attempting to marry this with a showcase of products from budding entrepreneurs called LitFest. The festival was held in commemoration of Nobel Laureate Week. Several areas of the arts were showcased at the event, which is a spin-off of the Central Library's lunchtime poetry sessions.
So we sing Bob Marley so proudly that after all these years you'd figure you still can emancipate yourselves from mental slavery.
It's ridiculous how envious and jealous people could be of the progress of someone's success. If only they knew they could achieve this and greater things by applying patience and ambition.
Sally Roseman, who is the Director of Library Services, is again heartened by the response to the second staging of the event held in celebration of the arts and achievements of the island's two Nobel laureates.
St. Lucia's very own sons of the soil, who happen to share the same birthday but 15 years apart. And what a miraculous coincidence that they both received a Nobel Prize. As a public librarian, it would be remiss of me not to highlight their achievement and acknowledge the potential of our very own budding creatives in poetry, drama, and other forms of literary endeavor.
Ms. Roseman says showcasing the products of budding entrepreneurs as a side attraction at the event helps promote their items and gives the small businesses some much needed exposure. Organizers see local entrepreneurs invited to the lunchtime activity as artists within their own right.
This activity concentrates on highlighting the talents that exist amongst us, the creative and performing arts in song and poetry recital. It is therefore my pleasure to welcome you to enjoy our presentations and to speak with our entrepreneurs and patronize them.
The literary festival known as LitFest was held under the theme for Nobel Laureate Week 2024, celebrating excellence, inspiring our collective imagination, fostering national pride. Sir William Arthur Lewis received the Nobel Memorial Prize for Economics in 1979, while Sir Derek Alton Walcott received the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1992. The Nobel Laureate Festival honors their accomplishments and triumphs. From the Communications Unit of the Department of Education, Innovation and Vocational Training, I am Chris Satney reporting.
Thanks, Chris. That's the nightly news on this Wednesday, final day in the month of January. Stay with the network GVD TV for informative and educational programming. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Shannon Lebon. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Coming soon, the same excellent Luselect service in a new location at Daisy Avenue in Census, Castries. Thanks for your patience.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
At Great Vision Designs, we value our customers and provide cutting-edge customer service. Great Vision Designs specializes in television broadcasting and live streaming of funerals, sports events, weddings, meetings, shows, and more. Call us today at 722-6542 or 726-9914. Or follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Great Vision Designs, coverage you can count on.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your coach.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to